Okay, I'm done testing the Janitrol heater. I've turned it off, turned it back on several times. I messed with the thermostat and it kept working the whole time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it up for a flight and see if it continues to work. I don't know what else to do. Now, it's important to note that every time I turned off the heater, I left the fan on because obviously the components are still hot and the fan will draw cold air and cool it off. You never want to turn off the heater and the fan at the same time. You turn off the heater, leave the fan on, the wind or the air blows through it and cools it off. All right, so that I filmed about 5 minutes of what I did. It was probably about 30 minutes worth of work, but I found it to be boring to film. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll post the 5 minutes that I did right after this intro and we'll have the flight going up. Let's go ahead and have some fun. Working on airplanes is not fun if you don't get to fly them. Stick around. We'll see you in the air. Good morning, everyone. I'm at the hangar today because yesterday I went up in the airplane with my son for a trip and the Janitrol heater stopped working. So I'm getting really tired of it being so finicky to use. I started on the ground, it works fine, and then once we get up in the air, something happens and it turns off. So I realize this video isn't for everyone, but if you have a Janitrol heater and you want to see how I use mine, I'm not saying that I'm an instructor on how to use Janitrol heaters, nor I'm an expert, nor am I a mechanic. I'm just going to mess with it and just figure out how and why whatever is happening is happening. Now I have figured out a couple of things for the future. Let me go ahead and switch to camera view so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. In the future, as a backup, I purchased this EcoFlow heater / AC unit. And the only reason I don't have it installed yet is because I'm waiting for the battery. When the battery arrives, what I'm going to do is remove this Zero Breeze that I have installed in the cargo compartment. And I operate that with the remote control. So I'm going to remove the air conditioner. This is only an air conditioning unit. And I'm going to install the heater / AC unit that you see over there in the box. That will be a backup for if I can't figure out this Janitrol, or if it screws up in the future. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and figure out the Janitrol. So what I'm doing today is I've got it plugged into the GPU, the ground power unit. This thing right here plugs into the Aztec there, goes into the power. Let's go ahead and turn it on. You can hear it powering up. What's been a little frustrating is that every time I'm on the ground and I do this, the heater works flawlessly. But all I've done really when I'm on the ground is just turn it on and leave it on. Today I'm gonna mess with it. I'm gonna turn it on, turn it back off, turn it back on, turn it back off, and then also mess with the thermostat, high, low, medium, and see what's triggering it into going into safe mode, because that's what's happening. The Janitrol heater we have has been overhauled. It's pretty much new. All its components are new. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And the way you turn on a Janitrol heater using the GPU unit, I mean, you could use the battery in your airplane, but it will use a lot of power and it will drain your battery. So, I mean, I don't recommend that. You plug it into the GPU, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, number one, it uses fuel and so you have to turn on the left fuel pump. You turn that on. And then I always one switch first for the fan. You can hear that kick in. It's now putting air or clearing the air or whatever it does. I find that works better. I give it about 10 seconds. I make sure that the heat is all the way to high. And then we flip it one more time. And we should hear it kick in. There it is. I hear it blowing. You can hear the same sound you hear at your furnace at home. Now, as far as the control knobs, here they are down here. We don't need this one. That's for outside air. The other front seat, rear seat, and defroster is what you want on. This one just brings in air from outside and it bypasses the heater. So there's two ways of seeing if it's working. One, the defroster right there, and I feel hot air coming out. There's another one back here on the floor. Yes, there's hot air coming out, and there's one more in the last row, just like it. It's already getting hot in here. So now I'm gonna let it run for about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on. But there's no sense in keeping the camera going. I'll turn it back on when I start doing that. Oh, before I do that, I do want to explain what is a Janitrol heater. A Janitrol heater is basically a mini version of that, of this thing right here. Except for this torpedo heater blows out a red flame or the heat from here. In an airplane, to keep it safe, they have the whole thing enclosed with a shroud. The shroud protects the heat from setting anything on fire. And the heater is in the nose, right here. You can hear it running right here. And the way you know it's running is it's blowing hot air and it's sucking cold air from here. So the thing works fine. Now, a lot of people are afraid to use their Janitrol heaters on the airplane because the thought of having a fire going in the nose of the airplane while you're in the air scares them. However, the thing is very safe. And because so many people were so scared of this idea, the company Janitrol made the Janitrol heater very safe. So safe that it's forgotten it's a heater. It just shuts off for every reason. Anyway, even if you go, I went online to see how many airplanes caught on fire because of the Janitrol heater, and I couldn't find a single stat on it. So that's how much that happens. All right, anyway, I'm gonna turn off the camera for now and turn it back on in about 15 minutes and see what happens with this. See you in a bit. All right. We're in the airplane. About to start the heater. Let's see. Bismillah. I had it plugged into the ground power unit, and when I messed with it, turned it off, turned it on, messed with the thermostat, high, low, medium. I did everything I could possibly do to it to make it stop working, and it did not stop working. So let's see. I would turn it off, turn it back on, and it just kept on trucking. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Come on. And it's warm. Alright, the heater works. Let's see. I didn't do anything special. Honestly, all I did was turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. And every time I turned it off, I would only switch the switch one click down, which kept the fan on. The fan will keep blowing and sending cool air through the system because you don't want to shut it down while it's still hot. That will damage the heater. So I think what we're going to do in the air is if it turns off like it has been the last few flights, I'm going to turn it on to fan and just deal with the cold air for a while. Let it cool off and then switch it. And I'm going to leave the left boost pump on the whole time. You're not supposed to have to do that according to the POH, but that's what I do when I'm on the ground, so I'm going to try and copy what works on the ground. A couple of odd things are going on with the airplane. Our backup G5 here and our backup G5 here have turned off. We still have another here, so we're fine. We have 3 backups. So for right now, we're just going to go up and fly around. Maybe I'll go downtown. I don't know. I really don't have anywhere to go. I just want to see if I can get the heater to keep running. Let's go ahead and call. We got our taxi instructions. We have Charlie. Lewis Ground, good morning. Aztec 7181 Yankees at the fuel pumps with information, Charlie. Looking for a VFR departure to the east, please.
Aztec 7181 Yankee, Lewis Ground, good morning. What runway would you like? Winds are variable at 6.
I'll take 27 since it's close here. Going east anyway.
Aztec 81 Yankee, runway 27, taxi via Echo, Bravo, Foxtrot.
Echo, Bravo, Foxtrot, runway 27, 7181 Yankee, thank you. Alright, then they'll probably give us like a right turnout or a left turnout to the east. Winds are variable, so they don't matter. We have a wind sock there, and that tells me it's coming off a little bit from the right. Oil pressure, oil temperature, fuel pressure, amps and volts, fuel flows, everything is beautiful. Heat is nice and warm. I mean, the airplane, it's a peach, hun. It's a peach. I've got my jacket off. I'm being cocky. Let's see what happens. I mean, I've got a trip coming up to Arizona. I've been delaying, but I need to go soon. We've got a couple of trips to Rochester, Minnesota. I've got a trip to Georgia coming up, New York. There's a lot of flights coming up. But I want to make sure this heater works, because it really is brutal when the heater goes off. It's not comfortable in here. It's too cold. Now, I did mention earlier in the video when I was talking and testing the heater, I bought an EcoFlow heater as a backup that I'm installing in the cargo compartment, and it will blow heat into the cab just in case this Janitrol does what it does. Because I didn't fix anything. I don't know. I really don't know what triggers it. I have it on max heat. Maybe I'll just bring it back a little. There you go. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's get our pre-takeoff checklist. Flaps are up and indicating. Props high RPM, mixture best power. Fuel pumps on, right, left. When we turn off the fuel pumps, we're only going to turn off the right one. Cowl flaps are open. Transponder all squawking 1200. Heading bug is, let's go ahead and set this 270. Oh, Lord have mercy. Alright, AC is off, doors and windows are locked, landing lights on, strobes on, pitot heat not necessary, de-ice equipment not necessary, time no, it is 11:45 in the morning. We'll release the brakes and go. Lewis Tower, Aztec 7181 Yankee, holding short, runway 27 at Foxtrot, ready for departure.
Aztec 7181 Yankee, Lewis Tower, runway 27, right or left turnout eastbound, winds variable at 5, runway 27 clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 clear for takeoff, and I'll make a right turn departure, 7181 Yankee, thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and Advance the throttles a little here, across the hold short line. I'm watching final. Final's clear. Fuel, props, fuel. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's good. All my gauges are in the green. Heat is still blasting hot air. It is nice. We'll go ahead and line up with the center line here. There's a little patch of snow right there. I saw it yesterday. It's still there. It's really cold out. It's like minus 8 degrees Celsius. Alright, we're going to stop here and hold the brakes. We'll bring the power up to 1500. Oil pressure's coming up. Oil temperature's good. Fuel pressure's good. Absolute volts, fuel flows. Everything's beautiful. We're going to go ahead and release the brakes and engage full power. Full power is engaged and indicating all the gauges are still in the green. Airspeed's alive. 50, 60, 70. There we go. Let's go ahead and rotate. Got a positive rate. We'll get the gear up. Everything remains in the green. And we're climbing at VY. And trim it out a little.
1000.
Alright, there's 400 feet above ground. We'll go ahead and turn right. I love this airplane. I really do. Already at 1700, we'll level off at 2000. Props back and level. I think I'm at 2400. Another goofy thing happened during the last flight was we turned on the windshield ice heat plates and the adhesive bubbled up. The last 2 times I used it, no problem. The 3rd time it bubbled up, so now we need a new one. Now let's bring our manifold pressure back to 24 inches. It's not horrible, I can still see through it, no problem. And it's not that big, so you just move your head this way or this way. There's 24, 24. We'll tighten this up a little. Keep them in place. Bring this back a hair, bring this up a hair. There we go. Whoops. There we go. 24, 30. Now let's go ahead and call Chicago. Oil pressure, oil temperature, oil fuel push, everything's in the green. Chicago departure, good morning, Aztec, 7181 Yankee, just off Lewis, about 5 miles east, 2,000 feet, request. Did I say
For 7181 Yankees, block 5153 and standby. For 7181 Yankee, radar contact 6 miles east of Lewis Airport at 1,900. Midway altimeter is 3022, and what was your aircraft type?
This is a PA-27, and we're just going to go run up the lakeshore to the Baha'i Temple and back to Lewis.
Ray 1 Yankee, roger, remain outside of class Bravo and Charlie airspace.
All right, we'll stay out of the Bravo and Charlie. You said the altimeter is 3022, 7181 Yankee.
Read back, right.
All right, no permission to enter the Charlie or the Bravo. Heat's still working.
For 7181 Yankee, contact Chicago approach 128.2.
28.2, thank you, great day. Chicago approach, good morning, Aztec 7181 Yankee, level 2000.
7181 Yankee, Chicago altimeter 3022.
3022, 7181 Yankee. Everything is beautiful. Heat's working. It's nice and comfortable in here. Oil pressure, oil temperature.
November 19 Chicago approach 1955 Mike, descending to 6,000. We have echo.
Let's do our cruise checklist.
1955 Mike, Chicago runway 48. 48.
Throttles are set.
Contact Chicago Center 120.12.
Props are set.
21.
Mixture set. Fuel pumps, we're going to leave the left one on. We'll turn the right one off. Top flaps are open. Instruments all in the green. No oxygen needed. The fuel's on the proper tank. We're on the outbound tanks. And the outbound tanks have plenty of fuel. Alright, we're going to just fly up the lakeshore and just kind of waste time. Let's see if the heater stops working. I truly don't know.
Journey 39, 2400, climbing 3000, right turn 130.
On Journey 39, Chicago departure, air contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
6000 for Sun Journey 39.
Knocker 5 Golf Golf, descend and maintain 4,000.
4000, 5 Golf Golf.
On Journey 39, proceed direct dent.
Directed dent, Sun Journey 39.
I truly don't know what makes the heater stop working. I mean, if it works the whole time today, then I really don't know. I'll just assume it's fine, everything's working. And having the backup Echo Flow heater will just be what we use in case we have a problem.
On Journey 39, climb and maintain 8,000.
8000 for Sun Journey 39.
Cool air coming in
Jet Chair 744.
through the
level 4000.
overhead vent in the back.
And we have Victor.
Jet Chair 744, Chicago, you can intercept the 30 localizer. Advise when you have Gary in sight.
We will intercept the localizer and advise way at Gary site, Jet Chair 744.
Beautiful city of Chicago. I've done a tour already where I talked about some of the landmarks. I did skip a bunch. I don't remember.
Jet Chair 744, if we could ascend a little bit, we can see the airport. There's just a thin layer above.
Okay, I'll have lower here shortly, just over another airport there in South Airspace.
Roger that.
Is very
Chicago 281 Romeo Hotel, leveling 3,000, 130 yards.
281 Romeo Hotel, Chicago departure air contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
5,000, 281 Romeo Hotel.
Hawker 5 Golf Golf, contact approach 119.35.
119.35, 5
It was very turbulent last time.
39, climb and maintain 10,000.
We did this,
0,000, Sun 39.
and it was kind of distracting. I don't recall what I talked about, what I didn't talk about, but I'll mention a few things. Just for fun, just to keep us
Number 1 Romeo Hotel, turn right direct to Comiskey.
entertained.
Right turn direct to Miskey, 281 Romeo Hotel.
And last time I flew farther than I normally do from shore because there was a lot of other airplanes
744, descend and maintain 3,000.
up and down the lakeshore. There's only a couple
Destroyer
today,
744, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000, Jet 744.
so we'll just do our normal.
1955 Mike, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000, 1955 Mike.
We'll do our normal distance from shore today, which puts us a lot closer.
39, climb and maintain 12,000. Contact Chicago Center 120.12.
120,000, 120.12, Sun Journey 39.
November 281 Romeo Hotel, climb and maintain 12,000.
Climb 12, 12,000, 281 Romeo Hotel.
Heater's still blowing. All good.
Jet 744, we have
I
the...
don't know if you guys are gonna reach that overhead.
Destroyer 744, clear visual approach runway 30.
Eh,
Visual
screw.
runway 30, Jet 744.
Number 1955 Mike, contact approach on 119.35.
1935, 1955 Mike.
November 281 Romeo Hotel, contact Chicago Center on 120.12.
120.12, 281 Romeo Hotel.
Destroyer 744, contact Gary Tower 125.6.
25.6, Jet 744, get in.
So our CHTs are all in the high 290s, 300s. Well, I want to close the cow flaps. Well, let's do half. Because it's really cold out. I'd like them to be more around 350 and above. Let's see what that does for us. So cow flaps are half closed or half open. Whichever kind of person you are, if you're a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of guy or gal. Temperatures are all in the 300s. There's a couple of 340s. That's much better.
Park Southwest 209, 2.2, climbing 3,000.
South 209 Chicago departure to contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
Climb 6,000, Southwest 209.
Beautiful Lake Michigan. Look at the clouds. Look like a giant wave coming towards us. A lot of people ask me if flying an airplane is hard to do. And the answer is no. It really isn't. Learning how to
Southwest 209, turn right direct descent.
Right to dead Southwest 209.
be very specific, learning how to control this vehicle. Take off, fly around,
2,800 for 3,000, heading 100.
point it into directions and fly is not difficult. I mean, think about it. It was designed to be as easy as possible.
432, 3,000, heading 100.
Center 432, Chicago departure to contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
Climb and maintain 5,000, extension 432.
The designers are not going to try to make it hard. They want people to try. There's some cold air a little bit, but not from the heater. The heater is working. So again, I'll repeat, learning how to control.
432, flying 080.
Left turn 080, extension 432.
Learning how to control the vehicle is not difficult. You can drive a car, you can fly an airplane, but it's more like, really, it's more like a boat than it is a car. But either way, if you could control one of those vehicles, you can control an airplane.
209, climb and maintain 8,000.
Climb 8,000, Southwest 209.
What is difficult, though? I mean, there are some difficulties.
432, climb and maintain 15,000.
Climb and maintain 15,000, extension 432.
The difficult part about flying an airplane is all the things that come along with it. Not flying the airplane. Controlling the aircraft, the vehicle, is not that hard. Landing is the hardest part to learn, but then that's a timing thing. You figure it out, then it's all of a sudden easy. The hard thing is learning how to communicate, learning how to manage the engines, learning how to deal with emergencies. And
209, proceed direct to Savvy. Try to give us your ready, climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb 10,000, Southwest 209.
dealing with things that are out of the ordinary, being good at those things is what makes you a pilot. Not flying the airplane. Flying the airplane, anybody can learn how to fly an airplane. As a matter of fact, you know, all across farms across the country, I think there's a bunch of people, you know, crop dusting and
Jet 432, proceed direct to Lukey, contact Chicago Center on 120.35.
And I don't know this for a fact, but I don't think any of them have licenses either. They just learn from their dad and then they fly around, basically acrobatic maneuvers. Look how beautiful this city is. Gorgeous. No, I don't want to get too close.
209, climb and maintain 12,000.
To that one
contact
building.
Chicago Center 120.12.
We're going to fly right over the
120,
Ferris
12
wheel.
Southwest 209.
7181 Yankee. How much farther north is this temple? I know I can't remember.
It's just past the last beach, and then I turn around and head back.
How much farther north?
Here, 1 second, I'm measuring it for you to give you an exact number. We are...
Caution,
14
obstacle,
miles.
obstacle.
31 Yankee, okay, thanks. Contact approach
Caution,
120.55. Talk to you again when you come back south.
Say that again, my computer was yelling at me. I didn't hear that.
Yes, call 120.55, 2055.
2055, talk to you on the way back. Thank you. 7188.
Back on maintain 4,000.
Now, the computer always starts yelling about obstacles when you get close here.
711 Heavy, contact Chicago Center 123.82.
Caution, obstacle, obstacle.
I see them, Miss Computer. Oh my God, this is so nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture. Chicago approach, Aztec 7181 Yankee, level 2000. I'll do it on the way back. We missed it. I got so close to the buildings.
Number 7181 Yankee, Chicago approach, O'Hare altimeter 3020, advisory turning back southbound. You do have traffic 11 o'clock, 5 miles southbound along shoreline, altitude indicating 1,700.
I'm looking for the traffic, and I'm gonna just turn around by the Baha'i Temple. 7181 Yankee.
Just at 836, turn left heading 360.
Left heading 360.
Alright, so 504 Foxtrot Alpha is heading our way.
Number 315, call Tango, roger. Radar service terminated, clock speed, part for exchange approved, just maintain outside the Waukegan Tower, class Delta.
That guy right there.
315, Golf Tango over to